So excited for this one. It's been a minute. Welcome to another episode of Studio Nerd Out. And this is the first one for my upcoming album, Mirror Work 2. And it's for the song Make It Alright, which came out 2 weeks ago. Alright. This song came to me. Joel Tan, better known as Gentle Bones, had this amazing top line, cadence, everything, phrasing. It was great. And it had this really soulful and open chorus as well, with the words to it and this chord sequence. And I heard it and I was like, wow, feeling really inspired. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So that came to me like that, along with the make it alright this time, making it alright with you, right? So I thought to myself, okay, make it alright. What does that mean? You know, how do I feel about that? And finally came to me. Years have gone, but the feelings never left me. Breaks me at the break of dawn until all my walls come up. So wait for me, I can heal if you don't hate me. It'll be a new me coming up to piece the pieces. Ain't giving up despite the pressures I feel building. Just know that I have fallen many times and it won't bring me down. So how do I do without my past? Been saving my future from my last mistake. You're the risk I must take. I thought it told a story of past traumas and difficulties becoming our present roadblocks in life, and which happens to all of us and myself every now and again. And I wanted this song to be to make the listener, the audience, feel heard every time that happens from time and time again. And, when the time comes, ready to let the music soothe you, let it bring you out of your funk, so that you can just put one foot in front of the next and snap right back into the present and move on. So I think that's what I wanted to do with this song. Okay, let's take a look at the music. Years have gone, but the feelings never left me. Breaks me at the break of dawn. So the thing that strikes me most, Joel inspired me to go ahead and check out some jazz drums. And in fact, these were some samples that I had picked up and recording at Selah Studios. A little bit more about that later on as we dive into the other tracks on Mirror Work 2. In any case, I had some kick drums here, some samples that I put into my sampler instrument, and I kind of played it on the MIDI, triggered rather. I borrowed some brushes from my friend Adam Lee and laid it down on this track as well. So check out. So I had this pattern that was really kind of improvised, right? Doom, doom, ka-doom, doom, ka-doom, ka-doom. Kind of unexpected, kind of syncopated, not really planned out, and a bit loosey-goosey. So when it came time for me to lay down the bass, I was thinking to myself, oh man, I forgot what I played on the kick drum. See, I always want my bass to line up with the kick drum, right? So I had to go and relearn everything that I had played on the kick drum and basically transcribe that until I got the feel down from the bass. Let's take a look at the bass. Notice how that bass hits every time the kick hits. So here's that sort of jazzy, slightly funky kind of verse. And I thought, hey, I'm going to play genre mashup here. And by the time we get to the chorus, I'm going to throw in a 4 to the floor kick drum. I'm going to put in my favorite Prince clap on the 4. And I'm just going to make it a straight ahead, pop chorus. So check it out. My last mistake. 4, 3, 2, 1. thing that makes this groove for me has to be this Japanese taiko drum loop. Here it is. Check this out. Almost sounds like a funky guitar. Put some deep bass with that. Double it up with a distorted P bass. Put the trem guitars there. Put some D'Angelo Rhodes here. Analog synth. Put it all in a blender. It's all my favorite things about music in one chorus. All right. So by the time we get to the bridge, I thought, well, let's step it up a notch, right? We got a pop chorus and everything. I want to turn this sucker out. I want to turn this into a rock thing. I did not touch a single distortion pedal. In fact, this is all non-master volume. I just took my Fender Princeton, cranked it up to 10, crank all the power amp tubes, mic'd it up with my trusty 57, and we got this sound. The old school way, and preserve that aggression. Because I don't wanna make it through another night without you by my side. So here's my master bus. For those of you who are interested in this sort of thing, studio nerdery. Started up top with this virtual non-linear summing from Waves, put on the Neve setting. It'd be so great if I could get myself one of these analog boxes, summing boxes one of these days. And I will one of these days. Let's see if it's driving into the red. Yeah. Just help me chop off some of the transients, give it a bit more oomph, bit of saturation. Same thing with this legendary Ampex, UAD version of the Ampex mastering tape. Set it on 15 IPS, give it a bit of a head bump so there's a bit of bottom end, something on the bottom end. If you listen your grip in a hell or more, you see what we do this for. Usually I like to drive this sucker well into the red, but I think I've had stacked enough distortion in my individual tracks that I didn't need to do that, or it just sounded too messy if I did. Another legendary one, Pultec EQP, doing the old low-end trick, boosting and cutting at the same frequency, taking off a bit of 5K harshness, boosting a bit of 12K air, and listen your grip when I held on more. You see what we do this for. Some Tubi goodness. Another one that I really want to get a hardware version of one day, or a clone. What do we have here? You know, trusty bit of a control from Mr. Ozone. Because I don't want to make it through another night without you. Just makes it a bit more finished, a bit more wide. In a pop sense. Definitely gonna go and just tighten up the bottom end a little bit so that my mastering engineer doesn't complain too much. Okay, I like to automate the width of my songs so that the choruses just give it a little bit more width. So you'll see when it drops from verse to chorus, I go from here. Just widens a little bit in the choruses. And finally, I have end up with a bit of gain structuring. So this steal the setting from streaky to put it on 0% linkage. And it's not really doing anything, in fact. This is just to keep the red lights off, so to speak. Shout out to Wovensound, also known as Vinod, a good friend of mine and a mastering engineer wizard. He's also a fantastic mix engineer, producer, artist in his own right. And he took this track to the next level for me. So that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I look forward to doing more for Mirror Work too. Enjoy the song.